Day, if it is melted over, will freeze back over tonight because we're expecting another hard freeze. So with that, there are questions about your pipes.
Yeah, when we were actually walking in the French Quarter maybe about an hour ago, we saw somebody whose pipe had burst. So we know that it's just heartbreaking for so many. The Sewage and Water Board, they have crews on standby to respond to any emergencies. You can call 52 Water. Right now, we're joined by the General Superintendent of the Sewage and Water Board, Steve Nelson, with the very latest on the efforts they have going on. Thanks so much for joining us, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Of course, pipes bursting now. Everybody was enjoying the snow yesterday.
Yeah.
Now they're thinking ahead and going, okay, but what does this mean for my pipes? Have you guys received any calls, or sort of what's going on right now with you all?
Yeah, we've gotten a number of calls, a handful of calls for broken water mains, mostly reports that I'm seeing and getting calls on some frozen pipes in individuals' homes. We don't have any widespread outages right now. Pressures across the city are a little lower than normal, 10 to 15 pounds, mostly because our customers are heeding that advice. They're doing a great job of running a single faucet or two. Would ask folks to run one faucet while you're under freezing, below freezing, to prevent that break in your line, because that, of course, is a problem for our individual customers, but then also puts a bigger demand on the system. Freezing temperatures, again, as you all have been mentioning, again tonight, and then so tomorrow and Friday are really going to be key for us to be able to respond to those things that break, and then as it thaws, they're going to present themselves.
Any concerns, sir, about water pressure, considering that call to keep that trickle going will continue at least through tomorrow morning?
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on it. As I mentioned, it is lower than normal, in particular some of those areas further into New Orleans east, so it's possible that we could get below 20 degrees if we have some water main breaks in those areas, but if that happens, we'll let our customers know and address the repair and get the sampling done as soon as possible.
And I think for a lot of people, the pipes, as they're thinking ahead, okay, could mine burst? What should I do? If they think that there is an issue with their pipes, should they report that or, call as soon as possible? Sort of what's the guidance for anyone who's just in that waiting period?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would always advise customers to give a call to 504-52-WATER, report a leak. Even if it is in your home, it doesn't hurt if we're getting concentrations of those sorts of reports. That helps us understand where we need to make sure water mains are addressed and other things. What I would recommend individual customers, in addition to running that one spaghetti thin line, know where the shutoff is on your home. So especially as we get into above freezing temperatures tomorrow, every home should have a single shutoff where the service enters the house. So if you know where your water meter is, you can look from your water meter to the house. Usually it's on the front, sometimes it's on the side. Find that valve, and if a pipe bursts in your home or under your home, turn your water off and get in touch with the plumber to come in and fix that so that you don't have damage to your home and demand on the system.
Sound advice there. Workers are busy for the Sewage and Water Board. Steve Nelson, thank you so much for joining us here, as I'm sure you've got a busy few days ahead of you, good sir.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you again for having us.
Thank you.
Some good advice there for sure.